Greetings, YouTube. I'm going old school today because my camera batteries in my other camera are dead, so we're using the flip. So hope you don't mind. This is my mailbox. I'm unhappy the fact that my mailbox does that. Both of them do that, actually. Yeah. So we are going to move two mailboxes, and I'm going to rotate them so that they open this way, so that post is about where they're going to go. And to put them in the ground, we're going to use one of these.
Wake up, neighbors.
Wake up, neighbors. Well, we're going to start pounding soon, so they're definitely going to wake up. And that goes 30 inches into the ground, and we had all the utility people come and check to make sure that there's nothing in the ground that's going to get us killed. Yes, we even have little says no. So we're all set. There's no water, no gas, no electric here, so we're all set. So the first thing we're going to do is get the stakes out of the way and take the mailboxes off the wooden posts, measure the posts so I know what height they are, because I like the height they're at. So we're going to have to take them out of the ground and cut off. And we're going to use what we cut off to put inside there, so I have a wooden surface to hammer on when we are driving into the ground. So next step, strip off the mailboxes. So I've encountered my first problem. That screw turns. It has absolutely no resistance, and it won't come out, which makes me think that it's in the wood, but it has no grip on the wood. But I can't get it out, which means I can't get this mailbox off the post because it's acting as a peg. And now I need to figure out how to get the screw out, and I don't know if I have an idea because I can't pry it out. I just tried it. I can't pry it out. I can't grab it with a pair of pliers because it's got a round top. It's dome top. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Just great. Well, I found my problem. My problem is, this isn't wood. This is a hollow piece of plastic, which is fine. I can reuse it. It was driven into the ground with this stake, which is somewhat similar to what we have, but ours is a cross section and much longer, so we're going to use mine. We're going to take these off. Maybe I can find a use for them. But it doesn't change the fact that I now have a screw that is still stuck in the bottom of this post that is acting as a peg. I've tried using a magnet and a pair of needle nose pliers, and I can't get it out.
If we can pull it out, we can take the screws out of the bottom and pull the bottom piece out. Hopefully reach up in there and get it.
I'm hoping that that's not a bad idea, but I'm hoping that we can get to the screws with the mailbox still intact. So yeah, I guess we'll pull it out. So my wife's idea had merit. We took it out of the ground, and the other screw I got out, it snapped in half, but it came out. But this one is completely stripped. The head is so deteriorated, the metal is so rotted that I can't get it out with an extractor. So I'm going to try using a hacksaw blade and just sawing it off. I need to get this out of there so I can get this metal bracket off out from inside the post. So then hopefully I can get my hand inside the post and screw out that screw, which is acting as a peg at the moment, because I need to get this thing taken apart. Well, we got it disassembled because my wife came up with a clever idea. We lifted up on the interior post so that there was resistance on the screw, and the screw came out. You can see how it had just melted the plastic, so that's why it was just spinning. It wasn't doing anything. So now we have a post. Unfortunately, in an attempt to get this one apart, I ended up hoping I had cut the heads off because I couldn't. Again, they're rusted. But trying to drive it in, trying to loosen it up. But all I've done is now turn the screws into gouges, and so now I have this thing stuck in there. So the options are to cut it off, which is a great deal of work, or drive it all the way in. And driving it all the way in was probably not going to be the optimum option. So we're probably going to have to cut this thing off. Yay. Alrighty, thanks to the wonders of my reciprocating saw, that is now in two pieces, and maybe I have I used for that. Who knows? But it's cut off now. So now we have 2 posts that I can reuse. And the next job is going to be to cut 2 pieces out of this, which will actually, I probably just use a metal saw for that blade. We need to plug that back in, sweetie. Cut 2 pieces of this up so that I can then use them as the filler in there as a hammering surface. Okay, next up, cut 2 pieces of 2x4. As much as I don't want to use Phillips heads, the only screws I have that are square shouldered so they'll grab this and pull it in are Phillips heads. So I'm going to take my drill and I'm going to drill some pilot holes, and then I'm going to screw them in by hand so I put as little pressure as possible on this, and hopefully that will cause them not to strip out like the other one did. I'm not sure how it happened, but it did. But this is in, and because this sits up about 4 inches higher, my mailbox is going to sit up 4 inches higher. That's life, my mailman. Yes, it's planting opportunities. But yeah, so because I can't get that to go any deeper because you have to be able to access these to tighten the pull up, which is inside now. So just drill some pilot holes and then put in some screws. That's good, dude. There we have it, folks. That's how you drive a post hole stand into the ground. Those I keep around as scrap wood for something. But now we're going to loosen it up, and we're going to put that last post in there, and we're going to put the crap end up so that we can work on the hopefully decent end. Because this one's already installed, and it's a whole lot more stable than it was. It's still not perfect, basically because it's 4.5 feet high. There's going to be some flexibility in there. It's a plastic post with a plastic mailbox on top of it. But as soon as we get done with this, then we're going to get to the next stage, the last stage, which will be putting new names on them, so they'll be nice and clear to see. The only disadvantage to this is that our flag is on our mailbox is going to be on the wrong side, but the mail person will still be able to see it. So now, put the post in. Well, we've discovered that our mailbox is slightly more stable, and I think it was because there may be clay down there, which is why it was so resistant when Lara was hammering in the last, 6, 8, 9 inches, whatever it was. So I think that's why ours is a little more stable. And while these are higher than they were, because all of the mechanics is sitting on top of the soil, we're not going to have the problem of everything rusting out on us. Everything is galvanized steel, or it's coated steel, using galvanized screws everywhere. So this is definitely going to be a better. So now it's a matter of washing off these mailboxes and then putting in the new letters, and we're all set. And tell you that I am a die-in-the-wool YouTuber. I went to the trouble of covering up the numbers on my house so that no one would know what my street address is, because I'm slightly paranoid. And you see my friendly sign? There's one on my stairs too. No soliciting. And yet the evangelical theists wander up my stairs and still knock on my door. So there you go, folks. This has been our mailbox improvement.